Welcome to the GC Index Individual Impact Series, a series of bite-sized videos to support individuals in maximising the impact they can make at work and at home.
In this episode, we look at the subsequent skill sets on knowing when it's okay to be good enough and when you need to know how to strive for perfection. So Nathan, when we consider all the different proclivities of the GC Index, what are the few key things that people need to consider around skills about understanding when it's okay to be good enough and when they need to really strive for perfection?
Yeah, this is a good one, and the GC Index really brings this out really well. And I'm going to focus with this video a lot more on that tension between implementation and polishing. Yeah, so what we see in organizations, large or small, is there that tension of delivering stuff, delivering results, get things done, we have to achieve something, and then this has to, the polishing bit of this has to be as good as it can be. And there are always tensions there. So you've got implementers that will be achievement focused, they'll bring energy to action, they will get things done, they won't worry too much, they don't worry as much as polishers because they become less obsessive. So implementers are really good at bringing us to that action and getting things done. Now, they won't have the same focus of perfection and quality as a polisher. Yeah. Now, polishers at an extreme will want everything to be perfect, or they'll feel anxious if things aren't good enough, particularly when it's got their name on it. If something's not good enough, they will feel anxious about that. So it is that tension of understanding when something is good enough and when something has to have the discretionary effort to be as good as it can be. And we all go through that. You know? Now, if you're a strong polisher, implementers can help you. Implementers can help you be pragmatic and say when things are good enough. If you're a big implementer, then polishers can help you to say, well, no, we need to polish this a bit more. This is important because. So this stuff we have to put more effort into because this will happen. So that's a lovely relationship between strong implementers and strong polishers. What some people have is they'll have a profile where they've both got strong implementer and strong polisher proclivity at the same time. So these people themselves have to manage that tension for themselves, because they will have this tension in themselves of, getting things done and getting things done really well, and they'll have to work out for themselves and manage that. And that's a skill that they'll need to learn. Strategists can be very good in that regard. Strategists can help them, understand what needs to be done well and what needs to be done just to a good enough standard. Polishers particularly strike with this balance. You can use things like, this is version 1, this is a draft, we will come back to that later, is a good way of relieving some of the polisher anxieties around perfection. Implementers might go, oh, is that good enough? Does this need to be extra? Do I need to focus more energy on this? Do I need to make this a bit better? Now, with game changers, they will be very obsessive around their own ideas. So they will not necessarily, they will question the elegance actually of some things, not necessarily the perfection, but things making sense. Why do we do this? Why do we do it this way? Can't we change this? So their perfection will come a lot more in, can we change things? Why are we doing it this way? And sometimes game changers, you just say, just leave it. Don't worry about it. That's not that important. So there are things in these roles, but certainly with this video, it is that balance between implementation and polishing is where we want people just to start to understand and strike that balance. Again, you can talk about this with your own GCologist. You can look at your profile. You can look at other videos, but just think about that difference between good enough and perfection when you're looking at getting things done.